Hi, it's me again, your narrator Suleiman. Today we are going to talk about how conservation is bringing back the bloom, and I am going to use an example of a park in South Africa, Kenya, Mozambique, Tanzania, Botswana, Uganda, Rwanda, etc. But before we get into that, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. And if you've been subscribed, welcome back. It's been a minute. I took a break to get my PhD, and now I am back to tell stories about African wildlife and wild spaces. So let's get into it. So the title of this video, How Conservation is Bringing Back the Bloom, and I know that sounds like a very flowery title, but today, I want to focus on the beauty of Africa and how conservation efforts are working to bring back some of the beautiful things that we have lost on the continent. I am sitting at my desk in Gombe State, Nigeria. I am currently in the process of moving, so bear with me and the mess that you see behind me. When we think of Africa, we often think of rolling grasslands dotted with acacia trees, endless savannas, lush rainforests, and mountains that touch the sky. It is a continent full of beauty, but did you know that these landscapes are under threat? Over the years, we've seen a decline in the state of our natural world. This is mainly due to human activity and the pressures that we put on the planet. However, there is hope. There are amazing people who are working tirelessly to conserve Africa's natural heritage for current and future generations. In today's video, I want to highlight some of the ways in which conservation is bringing back the bloom or helping to bring back the bloom in some areas across the continent. One of the most impactful ways that conservation is helping to bring back the bloom is through the protection of habitats. By setting aside areas of land and sea as protected, we can help to create safe spaces where wildlife can thrive. One example of this is the work being done in the forests of the Congo Basin. The Congo Basin is home to some of the world's most incredible wildlife, including gorillas, chimpanzees, and forest elephants. However, these animals are under threat from habitat loss due to things such as deforestation and agricultural expansion. To combat this, there are organizations working to protect the forests of the Congo Basin. One of the ways they are doing this is by working with local communities to set up sustainable farming practices and provide alternative livelihoods to those who rely on the forest for their income. This is helping to reduce the pressure on the forest and create a more sustainable future for both the people who live there and the wildlife that call it home. Another way that conservation is helping to bring back the bloom is through the reintroduction of species. By carefully introducing species back into their natural habitats, we can help to restore balance to ecosystems that have been disrupted by human activity. For example, the black rhino was once on the brink of extinction, but thanks to conservation efforts, numbers are slowly increasing. Similarly, the gray wolf has made a remarkable recovery thanks to conservation efforts and reintroduction programs. Wolves were once widespread across Europe, but they were hunted to extinction in many areas during the 20th century. However, through captive breeding programs and reintroductions into protected areas, wolf populations are slowly recovering. It's important to note that conservation isn't just about saving species from extinction. It's also about protecting the habitats and ecosystems that they depend on. By conserving habitats, we can help to ensure that the species that live there have the space they need to thrive. This is why protected areas, such as national parks and reserves, are so important. They provide safe havens for wildlife and help to maintain the biodiversity of our planet. So what can we do to help bring back the bloom? Well, one of the most important things we can do is to support conservation organizations that are doing great work across the continent. There are so many amazing organizations out there that are making a real difference. By donating to these organizations, we can help to fund their vital work and make a positive impact. We can also do our bit by making more sustainable choices in our own lives. This could mean reducing our carbon footprint, conserving water and energy, or simply being more aware of the products we buy and their impact on the environment. I believe that everyone has the power to make a difference, and by working together, we can help to create a more sustainable and biodiverse planet for all. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments section below. And also don't forget to subscribe and follow our channel. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.